Good morning everyone and welcome back to Vlogmas day 20. Oh my goodness me, I do not know where the month has gone. I feel like December has just vanished before our eyes. Christmas is just around the corner. I cannot believe how close we are to Christmas. It is literally the final wrapping up, the final kind of events and like things that you're going to be doing with your family before the big day arrives, and I am so excited. We've got like a few traditions that we've been like talking through that I feel like now, between like now and like New Year's, is when we often do them. I know I've spoken about the fact that we always go to the Cotswolds, go to the Blenheim Palace Light Trail, which we are doing this weekend. Today we're actually going to be hosting a Friendmas lunch, which I'm really excited about. I think that's going to be really fun. And then between Christmas and New Year we always have loads of traditions like the Boxing Day walk. We always go and visit like my grandparents, things like that. On Christmas Eve we always actually watch It's a Wonderful Life. That's the film that I feel like every year we just sit down and watch it every single Christmas Eve, which means I have watched that film. How old am I? 25. I've watched that film basically 25 times. At least I've probably watched it more than that, to be perfectly honest, which is why I always find it weird whenever people say they've not watched It's a Wonderful Life. And especially when people are like, oh, but it's in black and white. I'm like, you do not notice that it's in black and white within literally a minute. Which, speaking of films, I did not enjoy the film last night. I'm not going to lie to you. Without trying to ruin it, if you don't want to ruin the film, skip the next 30 seconds. But basically, I hate it. I absolutely hate it when people find a ring and then they basically go off on one. So she finds a ring in what she thinks is her boyfriend's bag. That's all I'm going to say. She then ends up telling all her family. They end up telling everyone at the hotel. He's not actually going to be proposing. She thinks he's going to be proposing. And it's just one of those things where, like, as someone who has been proposed to, that would literally be my worst nightmare if I found the ring. Thank goodness Alex was so good with it. Hid it from me completely. I was completely thrown off the scent. Like, had no idea he was about to propose. But I can't imagine what I would do. I know Jamie Lang and Sophie Hibby, I'm pretty sure she said she found a ring before he was going to propose, but it wasn't actually the ring he ended up proposing with. So that was okay, but just knowing that it's coming I think would drive me absolutely nuts. But it's one of those films where I feel like everyone behaves badly in the film and it makes you not like them. So we did not enjoy yesterday's film. I'm really looking forward to Christmas Eve when we can watch my favorite Christmas film, It's a Wonderful Life. So I would love to know, what are your Christmas traditions? Because everyone has their own Christmas traditions. Everyone has their own like things that they like to do around Christmas time, whether it's on Christmas Eve. I know that like some people go out for a meal, or like there's a particular food that they'll eat, like maybe a festive sausage roll, chili dogs, or a pie or something like that. I feel like everyone has these like really specific traditions that to anyone else might seem a bit odd, but to you it's like, no, it wouldn't be Christmas without our festive sausage roll. Do you know what I mean? I feel like everyone has that. I'm looking in the viewfinder now thinking about just how pale I am looking today. My goodness me, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have not been fake tanning this winter. I don't know what it is about it, but I've just not really been feeling it. And I feel like I'm officially at the point where I am my completely natural colour, and that is very pale. I don't know if it ever, like, anyone would ever even notice either, but I can definitely notice how pale I am. But you know what? Not hating it. This is just my natural skin tone, and sometimes I just need to be better at like embracing the paleness. I'm also loving the makeup that I'm doing at the moment. I feel like the makeup that I'm doing is really working with the paleness. I am obsessed with the Bobbi Brown. I'm gonna put some more on actually because my lips are so dry, but the Bobbi Brown lip, is it lip tint? Extra lip tint in the shade Bare Raspberry. Oh my goodness me. I did not know this was missing from my life until they sent it over to me, because I'm normally a very pink girl when it comes to my lips, but I feel like especially at this time of year I'm loving the like deeper, richer, more raspberry tones. And I'm also obsessed with the Bobbi Brown face palette. I feel like these three shades are just like the perfect shades for me. I'm using this as a bronzer, obviously this is a highlight, and this is a blush, and it's just so beautiful. I've also even put this on my lids, and I love doing that. I love being able to use a face palette on my eyes as well to like bring the whole makeup look in together. So I've got a little bit of a sparkly eye ready for hosting Friendmas today. I'm so excited for hosting today. I feel like this year I have just really been in my hosting era. I've been baking more than ever, I've been hosting more than ever, and I've been absolutely loving it. It's a really special Christmas in this house this year, and I've just been loving soaking up every last minute, and having everyone around, because it's such a like hosting house, it really lends itself to having people over, having lots of guests, doing like parties and meals and dinners, and I'm just absolutely loving it. So I've just got a cute little knit on. I don't know if I'll wear this later because I actually have a couple of new bits to show you, but I've just done my little hair bow, which I am absolutely loving. I love doing the slick back pony with the bow. I think it works so well. I will leave this bow link down below. I had a couple of messages on Instagram about the bow that I was linking, saying that it looks nothing like the photo. I know. That's why I wasn't happy with it when I first bought it, because it looks nothing like the photo, but actually it lends itself so well to like buns or ponytails and something a little bit like smaller in terms of what you want the hair bow to be. I'm not gonna lie though, for this black scrunchie, I had to go hunting. I literally still have them in front of me. I had to go hunting through all of the dressing gowns. Obviously I was wearing Alex's dressing gown yesterday, and I have quite a few different robes. I've got like my really thick winter robe, I've got a thinner winter robe, I've got my cyber jammies winter robes, like I was wearing Alex's winter robe. So I literally had to go hunting for this black scrunchie, because I always find that I take my hair out of scrunchies, put them in the pocket of the robe, and then forget about it. So what we found out of robes, not one, not two, but 3 scrunchies, and then not one, not 2, but 3 hair clips. This was everything that came out of my dressing gowns and robe pockets. That is dreadful, but thank goodness I found it, because I definitely need to do a black scrunchie with the black bow, otherwise it just doesn't really work. But honestly, I'm horrendous, and I literally just have a little pot here to put it all in. It's really not difficult to put it away, but they just always end up in pockets all around. I feel like it's like handbags, like lipsticks end up in handbags, powders end up in handbags. I just am that kind of person where it just ends up everywhere, so I really need to be better at like keeping things in their place. But I need to crack on with today, because I need to get ready for hosting Friendmas. Honestly, I'm so excited to have our pals come round and do just like a lovely tablescape, have a lovely lunch together, and I even have a couple of new outfits that I need to show you that I might style up for today. First things first though, made myself my morning cup of coffee, and oh, I've just remembered I need to have my advent calendar from today, which I'm having every single day. I've got a Heroes advent calendar, and I feel like there are 2 types of people in this world. Let me show you Alex's advent calendar, because I feel like we sum up the 2 different types of people in this world. His, he doesn't like put the things back in, like he leaves them open, because apparently it makes it easier to see. I am the kind of person that once I've opened it, sorry about the noise outside, I feel like one of my neighbours might be doing some drilling or something, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm the type of person that needs to put it back in. Like I don't like it, like number 10 obviously have already had, but I don't like it when it's like sticking out like that. Like I like to put it back in neatly, and it might mean that's a little bit trickier to find the day, but I don't mind that at all. Right, what have we got in today's door? Ooh, Whisper, very nice. So yeah, that's my advent calendar. Morning cup of coffee, morning chocolate. What could be better on a December morning? But whilst I was waiting for the milk to froth, I was having a little look for some recipes, because we are actually doing something a little bit different for Friendmas this year. We decided, instead of doing like a big meal or anything like that, we're just going to be doing a cream tea, because we thought it would be really nice to make sure that no one has to like cook, no one's slaving away in the kitchen or like getting stressed out. So it's going to be sandwiches and scones, which I think is a really lovely idea, because you know I love a cream tea. I love doing like a lovely afternoon tea, having loads of different like teas to choose from, like making it really special, getting out my teapot. I absolutely love doing that, and I feel like it's a really nice way to make sure that everyone can still enjoy themselves, but obviously we're not having to do too much cooking, but there's still definitely plenty of food. So I'm going to be hand making some scones today. So I've been looking for some scone recipes, and I'm not going to lie to you, I did not know that on the M&S app there is an entire section for baking. So I've got lost in like a rabbit hole of baking on here. We've got some Christmas spice iced Leckberg, which sounds amazing, black cherry brownies, double chocolate sesame cookies, sweet and savory pastry tarts. Oh my goodness me. Ooh, coffee cream pecan pavlovas. There are so many amazing recipes on here for Christmas, and obviously I do my weekly shop at M&S as well, so it's really helpful when you look through. This isn't sponsored at all, I've literally just discovered it, but all of the ingredients you can pick up from M&S, which just makes it so much easier. Like they'll literally put like exactly what it is, and like this one, it needs the M&S collection blonde chocolate to pick up for the recipe, so it tells you exactly what you need, and it's so handy. I cannot believe that I didn't know this was the thing, and it's completely free, so it's literally just on the M&S app. If you want to download it, even if you don't shop at M&S, it's a really great one with loads of different recipes. I've literally just gotten completely lost. Oh my goodness, cinnamon, apple and raisin rolls. Oh wow, I feel like this is just the perfect place to get some inspo and some ideas for any festive baking. But I was looking for a scone recipe because I'm going to be making scones for today, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's just a lovely way to make sure that we can all enjoy each other's company without having like too much stress of cooking. And obviously when it comes to Christmas, it's all about the turkey, it's all about the roast potatoes and all of the puddings and everything like that, so we know we're kind of like saving ourselves for that, but we can still have a lovely afternoon tea together today. So I've just been going through my tea cupboard, and yes, I am that big on tea. I have an entire cupboard full of it because I really want to give everyone like a proper afternoon cream tea experience, and they can have loads to choose from. So obviously I've got my gorgeous teapot out, which I absolutely love. I got this from Lady C about maybe 4 years ago. It was when we lived in our old flat, and I love it so much. I think it's just the cutest thing in the world. I love the pattern on it. I always get questions about this whenever I feature it on like videos or on Instagram. I don't think you can shop it anymore, but I'll see if I can find something similar and leave it linked down below because it is absolutely stunning. And then I've got all of the teas out as well, so everyone has loads to choose from. So we've got a matcha with green tea if they want that. We've got Earl Grey. We've got a Tea Pig's peppermint tea, which I think is a really lovely one. I think that will be very popular. I've then got, this is a nighttime tea. I don't think I've ever actually tried this myself. I think this is left over from when Alex's parents stayed, but it's got oat flower, lavender and thyme flower, which sounds absolutely amazing. I then, who remembers these? Let me know if you've been following along for this long. This was the tea that we had when we went to the Balmoral all the way back in April, just before we got engaged. Honestly, I love anything that links that trip because it just makes me laugh so much thinking about the fact that Alex had the engagement ring literally with him at all times, and I had no idea. So it makes me really happy seeing this. So this is 3:03, time for tea, and it's the Balmoral afternoon tea that we had, and it's got a little cityscape of Edinburgh, so I absolutely love that. I'm not entirely sure what tea this is, but it's a beautiful rich blend, so I think that will be another really popular one. That might be the one that I put in the kettle, I'm not too sure, or I might do this one, which this is actually my favorite tea whenever it comes to drinking like black tea, whenever it comes to something a little bit more special that you want to put in the teapot, that you want to have like a few cups of, the Darjeeling First Flush. Oh my goodness me, this is such a beautiful one. We actually had this for the first time when we went for afternoon tea at Claridge's, and oh my goodness me, we all fell in love with it. We all literally bought packets of this, and this is the last packet that I have left. I've gone through so much for it, but it's an absolutely beautiful, really like rich tea. It's quite light though, like it's a really lovely one to have without milk, so it's a really good one to have for like afternoon teas and cream teas. So got all of those out and ready. I have also just gotten out something very special, my antique teacups, which I've never actually had the opportunity to use all of them together, so I'm very excited about this. This was actually a birthday present that I got this year from my brother and his girlfriend. They found it at an antiques market, and it was such a find because these are the most beautiful, they're all in their wrapping in here, but they are the most beautiful little teacups, perfect for a cream tea at Christmas, and they actually match so well with my teapot. And this teapot was bought from like John Lewis about 4 years ago, and these are real antique teacups, and I absolutely love them. Look how beautiful they are. They're the kind of thing that reminds me of like what my granny would have. They just feel so special, and I think that'll be really lovely for everyone to drink out of it today. So I'm really excited to have gotten these out, to be able to use these today. I just absolutely adore them, like a real antique tea set. How special is that? So the Baking with Ellie apron is on, and you know what that means. It's time to bake some scones. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm kind of gonna cheat. I was literally looking at recipes and they didn't even look all too complicated, but then I realized that we had in the cupboard these, and I thought, what a perfect way to just get the scones baked really easily. So these are scone mixes. You do still need to add quite a few other things. We've got milk, we've got eggs, which obviously we have Burford Browns, I would never recommend any other egg than Burford Browns. They are such good eggs. So we've got milk, eggs, and then I just need to melt some butter, and that's all you need to add to them. So they're really, really simple scone mixes, which I thought is a little bit of a cheat, but I don't think anyone is going to mind. So they're from a brand called Helen's Bakery, which I've never had before, but literally just add milk, eggs, and oil, ready to bake in 2 minutes. And what I really like about this as well is, number one, it's yeast-free, and number two, they're actually gluten-free. And whilst we're baking, I thought we could have a little bit of a catch-up, because I feel like there's been a few updates with regards to gluten with me. I know there's a lot of new faces around here, so what I'll do is I'll kind of start from the beginning, because I know a lot of you maybe won't know the kind of history that I have with gluten. So basically, for about 2-3 years, I was completely gluten-free. I had a really, really bad gluten intolerance. I wouldn't say it was an allergy. It's not like celiac disease, where if I literally had the smallest amount, I would get an allergic reaction. It was very much like the more I ate, the more of a reaction I got, the more of a migraine I got. And some of them were so bad, like literally debilitating. I wouldn't be able to walk. I wouldn't be able to like get up. I wouldn't be able to have any lights on. It was so bad. Just the one egg. So I literally had to give up gluten for a good 2 years, and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't easy. Anyone that is gluten-free will be able to tell you that most of the time the gluten-free alternatives suck. Like, there are certain few things that I would say taste absolutely the same. Like, these scones taste absolutely amazing. Pasta tastes pretty similar, but pizza, bread, cereals are not the same at all. And one thing that I really didn't like about having to eat the gluten-free alternatives is that they are so full of preservatives. They are so not good for you. It's not something you do as like a choice in terms of like, oh, I'm trying to be healthier. If you're trying to be healthier by not eating gluten, you're better off eating like naturally free gluten alternatives. So like, instead of having pasta, have rice. Instead of having bread, have a salad. So the gluten-free alternatives were not good. So I basically got to a point where I was like, right, I'm ready to wean myself back onto gluten. So with the supervision of a doctor, it took me maybe 1.5 years to wean myself back on, and many a migraine was had. But I managed to wean myself back on, and I no longer have migraines when I eat gluten, which is amazing. However, I've definitely noticed in the last year or so, it has been getting really, really bad in terms of the bloat that I get from gluten. It is literally like a brick on my stomach. So it's one of those things where I definitely think I am still intolerant to it, but it no longer manifests in a migraine. It just kind of manifests in like tummy problems, and it's really, really tough. Like, I was literally talking to Alex the other day, and I was saying I literally had a slice of toast for lunch, and I was in pain. I was in so much pain. So the other day I thought I'll do a little bit of a test, and I went the whole day without eating any gluten, and I had no bloat whatsoever. I was like, is this what normal people feel when they eat normal food? He was like, yes. So it's quite a tricky one, because I'm at a point where I'm like, well, I don't really want to go back to being completely gluten-free, but at the same time, the bloat and the pain that I get from eating gluten is so difficult to deal with. So I don't know whether it's worth, I know a lot of people have been speaking about something called L-glutamine recently, which is supposed to help with kind of like the gluten intolerance. It's supposed to help with bloating, but I'm not really sure. I haven't really decided. I think definitely over Christmas I'm just gonna enjoy myself, have a lovely Christmas, eat what I want, and kind of deal with the consequences of it for the sake of enjoying lovely festive food. But I think it might be something where if I can easily replace something with an alternative, I will. But it's just one of those where it's like, I don't know which way to go, because I don't want to have to get myself to a point where I need to like wean myself back onto it again, because that was really tough. But oh my god, the bloat from the gluten, it's just no joke. That is a very interesting looking colour. That is the egg, the butter, and the milk all mixed together. And I think it's because the Burford Brown eggs are just so orange that it gives such a funny colour. I just need to mix that all in with the paste. That is literally all we need to do. I've just started preheating the oven. I'm not gonna lie, I always forget to do that. So I preheated it to 200 degrees. And then we literally just mix this all together, and it will be ready to go in. I think that should be so lovely. So we've got lots of jams, lots of preserves. I'll be able to use the jam that I picked up at the Winchester Christmas market. I've not actually had the chance to use that yet, so that will be really exciting. I love being able to do like fresh bakes for people, but I'm not gonna lie, I am definitely not against easy baking recipes, things that just make it so much easier. Like the brownies I made the other day were so lovely before I went to Edinburgh. The cupcakes that I do really don't take a huge amount of time. I'm not the kind of person that wants wants to spend like 3 hours in the kitchen baking, especially because I've got a lot to do before everyone arrives for Friendmas, and I want to make sure that I have time to do everything. I'm going to do a cute tablescape. I still have the new pieces that I need to show you. I might change my outfit and just get myself ready for Friendmas. So that is all mixed together and ready to go in, and hopefully that is going to create some really delicious scones ready for today's Friendmas cream tea. Right, so whilst those are in the oven, I thought I would show you what I have picked up. I've got a couple of pieces from Forever New, which is a brand that I feel like I've neglected for a little while now. I absolutely adore Forever New pieces, but for me, they're much more of like a summer brand. I just feel like I resonate with them a lot more, and you know how many Forever New dresses I was wearing this summer. But I was having a little scroll on there the other day, just thinking about some more outfits that I needed for things like today, for any kind of like other festive events that we have coming up. Just a couple of new in outfits that I can like style up for different festive and Christmas occasions. So I thought I would show you what I've been picking up, and potentially one of them might be the perfect outfit to wear for Friendmas today. Now, this first item I feel like none of you are going to be surprised at, because this is now my third version of something like this, and it is a gorgeous pleated festive skirt. And oh my goodness me, how stunning is this? It's like the most beautiful emerald green. I mean, look at that shimmer that it has running through. And when I saw this on Forever New's website, I just knew I had to pick it up. First of all, I love the fact that it's got an elasticated waistband, and I do find whenever it comes to Christmas events, there's usually food involved, so you want to be comfortable, and especially, let's be honest, if I'm going to be eating gluten, I know I'm going to bloat, so I cannot wear anything that doesn't have at least some give and some elastication, because I know that my stomach is going to go out here and I'm going to be really, really uncomfortable if I don't have anything with a little bit of stretch. So I love the fact that it's got the stretch to it, and I just love the pleating that runs through it. Green is obviously such a festive colour. When I saw this beautiful like emerald, I just thought this would be so perfect. And what I quite like about skirts is I feel like there's lots of different ways that you can style this up depending on what kind of festive events you have coming up. I feel like for hosting, it's a great one with like a cute little roll neck. You can wear it with your slippers. It's super easy. If you want to elevate it a little bit more for maybe like a meal out, so like something in the evening, drinks with the girls, little off the shoulder top, even like a shirt, I think would look so beautiful with this. I feel like there's just lots of different ways that you can style it. And I've got my Forever New skirt from my wardrobe from last year, and I guarantee this is going to be the kind of skirt that I bring out next year as well. That's going to last me a really, really long time. So I thought this was a beautiful new addition into my festive wardrobe. My goodness me. First of all, something I did not realise about the skirt, or at least have forgotten about between ordering and arriving, is the slit. How stunning is that? Oh my goodness me. What a beautiful, beautiful skirt. The way that the pleats move. Love the fact that it's this full length, and I think it's just such a gorgeous festive skirt. Now, the first outfit I'm going to do with this one, as I said, I feel like we can do a few different outfits with this. It's beautiful, but probably not the most practical for hosting. I've paired it with this gorgeous off-the-shoulder jumper, which I believe is from H&M. And I know every time I feature this, you guys love it. I can always see what you are loving shopping, and this is one that always gets so many clicks because it's classic, it's timeless. It's the kind of thing that you can wear at Christmas time or not. But the reason why I say it's not good for hosting is I do find that when I'm hosting, I like to have a lot of movement in my arms, and obviously because it's like the off the shoulder, I feel like I can't really move my arms above there. So it's great for like dinner, it's great for drinks, but not for hosting people round. But I do think it looks beautiful with this skirt. I love the fact that the skirt almost looks like black, but then you kind of see the green in the movement of it. So I've just paired it with a beautiful pair of Vi heels. I feel like knee-high boots would also work really, really well with this, because then you just get that tiny pop of leg and you can see the like full leather boot through the slit. So a really gorgeous option, but probably not for today. Okay, this might be my favorite look with this skirt. I thought I'll just try it. I don't know if the greens are gonna go, but my goodness me, do they look beautiful. This is a shirt from Zara, but I believe H&M will do an almost identical version, so I'll see what I can link down below for you guys. But this beautiful forest green silk shirt, or satin shirt, sorry. Oh my goodness me, it pairs so beautifully with the skirt. Love it tucked in. I feel like this skirt just really warrants itself for tucking in because it's got that really beautiful silhouette, and the way it kind of flares out is stunning, and I love the way the greens match. Now what I quite like about the idea of a satin shirt is that, I don't know about you, but as the host I always get really, really warm. I have quite a warm house anyway, but especially if you're like cooking, if you're going to be over a hob, if you're having to pull things out of the oven, I get really hot every time I have people around. When I am hosting, I'm like, is anyone else warm? And they're all going, no, we're absolutely perfect. And I'm like, oh my goodness me. So this could be a really great option if you are like hosting around Christmas, if you're going to be doing a lot of cooking. I think this is great because it's beautiful, it's very lightweight, and it means that it's going to be a little bit more breathable than something a little bit like more knitted or like more high collar. I think it's so, so stunning, and the way it goes with the skirt, my goodness me, this is such a beautiful option. I feel like this would be a great Christmas Day option if you are hosting. I think this would be absolutely beautiful. But I've got one more option to show you, which might be the look I go for today. Now the option I think I might go for today is just a super simple black roll neck. It would also be amazing if you had like a dark green roll neck, or even white actually, if you wanted to maybe like lift the look a little bit. I think a black roll neck is beautiful, and I feel like these are so easy to like elevate, just like a beautiful pearl necklace. You could do a pendant, you could do a like pearl chain, or even a brooch. I think would look so, so lovely with this, and I love how easily this just tucks in. Love how it looks with the skirt. I honestly just think the skirt is so, so beautiful, and it just shows how easy it is to style up loads of different looks. As I said, you can style it up, you can style it down, you can go for something a little bit more casual with like some white trainers, maybe like a cream jumper. I think that would be beautiful as well. So many options with this skirt. So if you are looking to order it, I would definitely recommend ordering it soon, in time for Christmas, because wowie, is it a stunning, stunning number. And then the other piece, this I just thought was so, so gorgeous. It's something that doesn't have to just be festive. As soon as I saw this on Forever News website, I was like, I need that in my life, because there is one thing that I love. It is a jumper dress. I love like a knitted jumper dress. I find them so easy, I find them so comfy. You can sling it on and you look so pulled together. And when I saw this one online, I fell in love. I feel like it's the tags, it's going to be really tricky to see, but it has this beautiful neckline with this like cutout detail. I feel like you're gonna have to wait to the cutaways to the try-ons to see what this looks like. I just thought this would be so, so beautiful for Friendmas. It has the most beautiful kind of like, I don't know what to call these, like ruched sleeves, so it looks really effortless. You can style it up with heels, you can wear it with slippers, you can wear it with boots, you can wear it with trainers. It's the kind of thing that you can style with absolutely anything. And again, I thought this would be a really, really cute one to wear today, because it has a lot of stretch, so a lot of room for the food baby. And I feel like with the right accessories, this could look beautiful. I've obviously gone for pearls today, so I'm thinking like pearl necklace, even like a pearl brooch could look absolutely stunning. So this is another option to wear for today that I just thought was absolutely gorgeous. And I just love Forever News dresses. They last a really, really long time. They're such high quality. Like, I know I'm going to get my cost per wear out of these dresses, and that's always something so important for me whenever it comes to buying new pieces. So if you're looking for something that will be great for the festive season, but you'll also be able to wear throughout the rest of the year, this dress is the one. Oh my goodness me. How beautiful is this dress? The shape, the fit, the cut, and the cutout. I absolutely love. I was a little bit worried you'd be able to see my bra, but you actually can't. It kind of sits so perfectly. Like, my underwire is like just there, so it sits really, really perfectly. And I love the like deep V. I think with a beautiful pendant necklace, this would be stunning. It would make another great hosting dress, hosting outfit. I'm obsessed with the length and the fact that the skirt's a little bit more of like a fit and flare rather than being completely bodycon. I think it makes it a little bit more, I don't want to say casual, but just less like night out, if you know what I mean. It just makes it really demure and really beautiful. So another gorgeous option for today. It's going to be really tricky to decide what to wear. Comment down below what your favorite look is and what you would wear if you were hosting Friendmas today. I've got a tough decision on my hands, but wowie, are these outfits gorgeous. Well, it is safe to say that these are looking and smelling absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness me, I'm so happy with how they've turned out. That really didn't take long, and I think they are going to be absolutely delicious for today's cream tea. I'm so happy as well, because look what I found in the cupboard. I was just thinking about how I'm going to do the Tablescape, make it look more like an afternoon cream tea, and look what I found. It's like this little tiered like cake stand, which Alex actually I think got from Amazon. He picked it up when we had a lockdown birthday. I was in lockdown during my birthday, wasn't able to see any of my family, and he knows how much I love afternoon tea, so he did me an afternoon tea at home, and he even bought this. I would definitely recommend picking it up if you love hosting and you love doing like cakes and like nibbles and sandwiches and things like that. It's a really, really great. I'll leave it linked down below so I can put all of the scones on here, make it look really pretty. Then we can start doing a little bit of a tablescape. So I've got an idea of what I want to do. It's a bit different to my other tablescapes. I think it's going to work really really well. I also haven't shown you this yet that I did the other day, which I really, really love, with my gorgeous Dartington vase. I basically was reading through my favorite book, the White Company books. They are just absolutely fabulous. They're the ones that we keep on the coffee table here. We've got For the Love of White and then Living with White, and I can't remember which one it was in, but basically they'd done this really amazing look in the kind of winter section. I think it must have been a year Living with White, because they kind of do like different seasons with that. They've got like summer, spring, autumn, winter. They did this like amazing with like these real branches, and even though these aren't real, I thought that I can do that. That is amazing, and I love how it looks. I think it's quite wild, quite wonderful, and it's super easy to pick up berries like this. I mean, literally the Garden Society where we were doing the wreath making the other day had so many things like this that you can pick up. Loads of garden centres, Home Sense, TK Maxx. They're so easy to get, and I love how it looks. I think it's really beautiful, so I might add that to the tablescape as well. I think that will be really, really cool. I also love how this looks. I emptied out the potpourri that I picked up at the Winchester Christmas market into this. It's like a really gorgeous little stand from H&M Home that I picked up during Black Friday, and it just helps to really like create that festive look and like fill the room with the scent. I mean, obviously the diffuser helps as well. Always love my White Company diffusers, and the winter diffuser is so fab. So yeah, ready to start tablescaping. Everyone's due in about an hour, and you know I always love to like do the tablescape and get that all sorted and organized, and then I can get dressed, do some makeup top-ups and get ready to greet all the guests. In terms of scents that I'm going to be doing today, you know, I always find it so important choosing like some lovely candles, some lovely scents to burn. I actually picked up a couple of new candlesticks that we can burn. I need to get another candlestick holder actually, because I only have one, and I think it's really lovely to do them kind of like either end of the table. I like to do like a little bit of symmetry, but asymmetry I think looks really nice. This is like leftover from quite an old tablescape that we did that I've not actually put away, so this is going to change a lot in a minute, but I'm going to do the woodwick candles today because I think it'll be so lovely to get that sound of the crackling fire, which I absolutely love. Why are you not focusing? Come on, camera. I think it's getting a little bit tired towards the end of Vlogmas. Here we go. This one is the best smelling woodwick candle ever. It's spiced blackberry. Oh my goodness me, it is beautiful. It just smells so festive, but not like in a typical festive way. It's a really lovely one. And then I'll probably burn this one as well. This one's just like quite a nice easy one. It's not as strong. It's wild tea and jasmine, and I really love that one as well. So I think I'm going to burn these two candles. I also realized actually I hadn't shown you these yet. I've used them on a couple of tablescapes, and I love how they look. These little Christmas trees, they actually fold up. My brother brought these back from Amsterdam, and I thought they were so cute. So we can decorate the table with that as well. I know you guys love a tablescape time lapse. So many of you always say it's like one of your favorite things in Vlogmas. So cue the time lapse. Let's get tablescaping.
The city is covered in snow tonight. Where did my love go? Santa, I'm waiting for him, but he's nowhere inside. And all of the presents are still by the tree. They don't mean a thing till he's here with me. If you know where he is, please give him a ride, and I will wait here by the candlelight, 'cause his love is all I need, and my love I can guarantee. So please send.
Every time I do a new tablescape, I think it's my absolute favourite. I'm so happy with how this looks. It's very different. I feel like having the afternoon tea just really needs like a different vibe. So I've actually used my gorgeous table linen that I picked up from Tenerife. It's hand woven and it's so stunning. I love how it looks. It's like a little bit of like a central point. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I also quite like the fact that it means that no one's got any like table linen kind of like on their lap. I hate it when that happens. So really happy with how it is looking. So I love that. I've then just put the scones in the middle. We'll add the sandwiches in a minute. They're just currently in the fridge. And then I've added all of the jams. We have a lot of jams, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think it's so lovely to give everyone like a choice of what jams that they want. So we've just got some classic strawberry jam, and I've gone for the classic raspberry conserve or raspberry jam, pretty much the same thing to me. We then have, this is amazing, cloudberry jam. This is something that my sister always picks up for me in Europe. I think it's like maybe the Netherlands or something like that she gets this from, and it's absolutely amazing. Love cloudberry jam. I then have my Pim's jam that I picked up this summer in Christchurch, which I absolutely adore, and then the new jam that I picked up at the Winchester Christmas market, the quince and honey preserve, which I thought might be a really, really lovely one to do with the scones. Honestly, my focus today, camera is getting really, really tired. I've decided that we're going to do it as more of like a champagne afternoon tea, so I've added some champagne flutes for everyone. We don't quite have 6 champagne flutes, so what I've done is added it to the 2 heads of the table, champagne coupes, which I think are really lovely as well. So that's something I definitely need to look into, is getting a couple of more champagne flutes to make sure that everybody has one. I've added a knife so that everyone can do their own jam and their cream and stuff. Also, question, cream first or jam first? I'm a jam first kind of gal, because I feel like you can spread the jam and then plop the cream on top, but comment down below. This is like an age-old debate in the UK, whether you are cream first or jam first on your scones. But we then have these really cute little napkins, these like little festive kind of tartan napkins, which I really like, with my favorite little M&S plates, and then these Amazon placemats, which I absolutely adore. I just think they're so, so perfect. They work so well with the kind of vibe of the table, because it's obviously rounded. I think it's really nice to have rounded placemats. I've tried square placemats and rectangular placemats before, and it just does not work on this table. So yeah, love that. Love how these look on the table. I just think it's so, so lovely having proper antique teacups. I think it's absolutely adorable, and then everyone can just top themselves off as and when they need, because we've obviously got the teapot there. I've added the little Christmas trees. I've added this little white Christmas tree, and of course the 2 candles and the lovely foliage, which I think really, really works. It's nice that it's not too tall as well. I try and make sure whenever I'm doing tablescapes that it's quite low, because I hate it when there's something really tall blocking you from talking to someone, so it still means it's really nice and sociable. Everyone can chat, everyone can enjoy themselves, and I think it's looking really, really good. So I'm so, so happy with this and cannot wait for everyone to arrive. Quick little makeup top up ready for this evening. I'm not going for anything too fancy, literally just the makeup that I've been wearing today. I'm just going to quickly top up my highlight, something a little bit more evening. I brought out this brush, actually. I've not used this in ages, a Real Techniques highlighter brush, and I do think it just is the perfect brush for this golden highlight, because it's like really small, and it just means that you can be a little bit more precise with where you are putting your highlight, just to get a little bit of a glow. So I have gone for the black roll neck and the green skirt, which I absolutely adore. I went and asked Alex what he thought I should wear, and this was his vote, because he agrees with me. He thinks that this would be the most practical and the most comfortable, and he loves the dress, but he says it's not festive enough, which I don't disagree with. So what I'm gonna do, instead of adding a necklace, we're gonna add a brooch, and I feel like this is just the perfect brooch to go for, because we are wearing the pearls today, and I feel like it just ties in so, so nicely together. And I'm glad I went for gold jewellery today, because it works really, really well. I actually find that I keep my jewellery quite simple and minimal whenever I'm hosting as well, because I don't want like bracelets getting into my food. I don't want anything getting in my way. It's a bit squinting on. And the brooch just adds the perfect festive finishing touch. Oh my goodness me, I'm so in love. Perfume wise, actually, I'm gonna go for a perfume that I have not worn in ages. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a perfume that I feel like is almost so special, I never reach for it. Dior Ombre Nuit. I picked this up. This was my Christmas gift, my To Me, Love Me Christmas gift last year, and you can see how little I've actually used it, because it's such a special perfume. But I think an afternoon of hosting calls up for a lovely special perfume, because as well as wanting the house to smell nice, I always like to smell nice as well. So I'm going to give myself a quick spritz of that. Everyone should be arriving any minute now, so I'm going to head downstairs and get into full hosting mode. We are all ready for everyone to arrive. I've just lit the candles, and can you hear the sound of them? The woodwick candles are just magical. It's absolutely magical. I've added the sandwiches and I've just got out a couple of bottles. So for anyone not drinking who's driving, I've got this lovely bottle of Presse. It is a Brazilian orange and Alfonso mango one. It's a really lovely one. It's almost like a non-alcoholic Bucks Fizz. And then for everyone having the fizz, I've got this lovely bottle of Prosecco for everyone to enjoy. And obviously all of the teas that they can choose from. So everyone should be arriving any minute now. I'm so excited for Friendmas this year. Well, this is the face of a very tired but very happy girl. My goodness me, have we had the loveliest afternoon. Cream tea was such a shout. If you're hosting any friends or family this Christmas, I definitely recommend doing a bit of an afternoon cream tea, even with bubbles, makes it even better. Everyone loved all the choices of like teas, what they could choose from, and honestly we've literally spent the last like 4 hours just talking, laughing, chatting. It has been so lovely. So an afternoon tea that turned into an evening tea but I am not mad about it. We've just had the loveliest time. Everyone's just left and I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten straight into my pajamas, my little festive cyber jammies PJs. I don't even want to look in the viewfinder right now because wowie, that is a face that has probably had one too many glasses of Prosecco as well, but it has been so lovely, so lovely. I can really feel it in my eyes now though, so I definitely need to go and get my makeup off, take off my jewellery. I mean, I'm already in PJ, so I'm already one step ahead, but it's just gonna be a lovely cozy evening, just reeling from a lovely afternoon. But I know I'm the worst at ending videos, especially when we've had like company round. If I've been hosting or doing anything like that, I immediately forget to pick up the camera. Like the second that doorbell rang, the camera was not picked up and no footage was taken, but hopefully I was able to show you enough of the prep and the hosting and getting ready, because I just am loving hosting. As I said, it's a very special year this Christmas, so we really want to just make the most of the space that we've got and being able to host all of our friends and family around. So I'm going to leave this vlog here. I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas day 20. Can you believe we've literally got 4 more days of Vlogmas left? I'm really sad actually. I've been loving doing the daily vlogs this Christmas. I always absolutely adore it. I feel like I get into such like routine and it's going to feel so weird on December 25th not picking up the camera, or probably not December 25th, December 26th, 7th, 8th, 9th. It's going to feel so weird not picking up the camera and saying hi to you. So I've got to make the most of the last few days of Vlogmas. So I'm going to go and get my makeup off and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!